Hey everyone, welcome to Breakout Wednesday for the 30th of October 2024. It's currently about 9 p.m. on the West Coast, midnight on the East Coast. First of all, remember there's no financial advice, not a financial advisor. There's simply a video blog and how one trader sees market. Everyone needs to take responsibility for their own decisions. Okay, so just quickly, before I just talk about stocks, this split chart function is launching like as we speak. The devs are turning it live at the moment. So I just want to quickly go through it. I'm going to do a standalone video on it as well. First of all, obviously, just press the icon here, right? Press any layout you want. So let's say go to whatever, you can just play around. You've got any icons you want here. Okay, let's just go to this one. Okay, this is the one I tend to be using the most. Then you can save any layout. So just click it, pop the stock in, press enter, click it, put all the charts you want in there, and then save it. Okay, and then a little icon will come up and bang, you save it. If you ever want to delete something you've saved, you just press the little cross here. Then I've saved, you can save up to 10, I think, and I've saved, some ones already, and I'm finding I'm using them heaps. It's really cool. Like I can, let's say I just want to see what's happening. It's some of my favorite US tech stocks. I just click it. I've got Apple, Duolingo, Shopify, and Google, all come up, and I just press 3 months. I can zoom in on all of them. I can kind of get rid of all the moving average in all of them, clean up the charts, whatever I want. If I want to blow one chart up for a bit, I just press this button here, bang, full screen, all right? And I can see my duo chart setting up. Holy shit, look at that one. And then I just press bang, split back again, and it goes back, okay? Really, really, really cool. If I want to just have a look at the major miners, which I like to do, instead of going to my watch list or typing them in, I just flick here, have a look at them all next to each other. BH and all these guys have been breaking up out of these kind of flag patterns over the last 3 days. I did add a little bit to BH for my long-term account. I was hoping for it to come back down to 40, but I don't want to take a risk. Just add a little bit more. If it comes back down here, I'll get more. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. And so yeah, play around with it. You can do scans on any of these that you want. Like for example, let's go back into my favorite US tech ones at the moment. Then I go to Duo, and then if I go into Medava scan and say, let's just scan that, because I've selected the Duo chart, bang, all right, we get our Davis boxes coming up in the Duo chart, right? Here we go. Well, that went, but that's because I blew it up. We can just pop it back in, and it will obviously come up, right? And then it's the same thing as like, if I wanted to do any scan, you press select a window, do any scan you want, Davis, pattern events, whatever, and then the results will come up here, and then you can scroll through them and they will all come up on this window. But obviously doing scans, I usually go back to my primary window and just do it the normal way. But anyway, this is launching. It's really good. I think I'm going to use it a lot. I think I think it's really key. I've been wanting it for ages and play around with it. Any questions whack in the forum. I'm going to do a standalone video that's a bit more in depth when I get a chance in a few days as well. All right, so that should be coming live hopefully Thursday. Just quickly, some of the trades from last week, they've been a bit of a mixed bag, and I've taken a few short losses and small losses and having some good runs in others. Let's just go back to here. Okay, AVH, where's all my lines gone? God damn it, I must have deleted them somehow during all this process. I've got out of this. Okay, quick loss. I wish I got out on this big gap up, but I didn't. I just got out today when it's breaking down below the low of this gap up and just bugger it. Let's just cut a loss. Earnings are coming out November 7. I just don't want to be in it. This is the sort of thing it could gap down here to $2 during earnings, couldn't it? And so that's that. Quick loss on that. SSG. Holy shit! This thing is just flown today. I must have done something dumb before. My bloody here they are. It's just this has just flown today and just had a huge day. I don't know what's happened. I haven't even looked at the ASX news announcements, but I've talked about this stock so much. Huge base. It's just the biggest no-brainer in the history of no-brainers in terms of trading. It's just find the biggest bases you can possibly find, sit back, buy it, and just wait and be patient and try not to get chopped out like a real chump. I've done it before, been chopped out of so many of these, and I've just learned, just don't get chopped out, because the market loves to try and chop you out and do stop runs with these big wild bases. It's different if you trade in something like, oh shit, what was the stock? MDR, right? This is just for some reason came into my head. So look how tight this space is. It's so damn tight, right? Just bang, bang, bang. Look at these 4 days in a row, boom, 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 with just absolutely no price movement with zero volume. So these sort of things, I've got a super tight stop loss and I want to be in profit from the second that I enter because it's so tight. But SSG, it's the opposite. This is a tight base in an uptrend. This isn't in an uptrend yet. This is breaking out of a mammoth base, okay, and an uptrend's hopefully about to start. And so therefore, these tend to whip you around a lot and chop you out and try and get rid of weak hands. And there would have been a lot of suckers selling on this day with this huge wick, and bang, smart money was getting it. And then there's some big volume today. I mean, there was some big boys buying this thing up today at close. They weren't stuffing around. And I'm not trimming anything. There's every now and then I'll get these trades. I've talked about them over the years. In a video a while back, Tesla, during COVID, if you can remember that, where I just refused to sell, and I just kept holding the entire lot. I'm gonna hold and just put it on the line here openly. I'm not going to trim it unless she gaps up to like $2 tomorrow. But generally speaking, it's going to take a lot for me to trim any on this. I'm going to hold tight. If this comes back and collapses down, so be it. Jack shit, it's not going to change in my life if that happens. But I do have if I manage my, I'm not going to take a huge loss, but if it comes back in this base, who cares? I'll lose a little bit. But if this can double from here, then it's going to be a massive payday. And I'm just rambling anyway. So let's just move on. So SSG, big move today. Now let's just move on. What was another one last week? SS1 had this huge move out of this base. I missed it like an idiot, and I don't know why I missed it, but I did. I don't know what the hell is happening with my drawing tools tonight, and I missed it. That's life. I just stuff up and miss the odd trade, but luckily I missed PDI as well. Because I'm just so loaded up with a few US trade. I don't really need that much more heat, to be honest. PDI I missed, SS1 I missed, so PDI is still playing out. I'd probably still be in that if I did take it, but I didn't. SS1 I probably would have bailed if I took it. Just quickly, Nvidia still going. What was another one? And someone was asking me about CUE. I'm still in it. I mean, that had a huge dividend. I banked that, and then I'm sitting in there. So let's see how she goes. Might be in that for a long time, but I'm still pretty happy with it. So now some new setups, okay? Just quickly, I've talked about CAR before. This is coming up in Darvis scans. This is just tightening here. The tightening action it's got going on here is a thing of beauty. It's coming up in Darvis box scans as well. And so that is one of the better setups on the ASX. If you have a look at his Bollinger Bands, they're squeezing. It's just a lot to like about CAR. Okay, what's another one? I've already kind of touched on DUO, but been watching this guy for a long time and had this little flush out here in a Darvis box, and that looks shit. I got orders waiting on that guy. Another one, PNR, talking about this for a while. I know it's got 6 billion. I've talked about that a fair bit. Let's not talk about it too much more, but that is a perfect base. And if I just ignore that and just look at that base, I always take these bases. I always do. And it just, I close my eyes to the amount issued when the base is that good. I'm not going to change what I do now. I'm just going to take it because they pay off. I've got the evidence in my trade history to prove that, and I just, whatever, I'm just going to take it. So that's that. What else is there? Apple. I think I talked about Apple before, but it's just tightening. It's got this VCP, like all these lows are getting higher, and it's compressing up here. And it's just really compressing up here. It's forming this little tight around the hand side. I did have a little fake out here, like a few pips, and now it's just tightening. So that's good. Got an order waiting. What's another one? This one that I was looking to trade a few weeks ago, it broke down, and now it's about to break back up, I think, maybe. But I like this little flush out. I like how it's got 3 big bottoms here, 1, 2, 3, and VCP going on and blue sky above it. Another one is that's not the one I meant. This guy, yeah, it's just tightening up here. This is a new float, so that's blue sky above there. You know, it's a healthcare stock. I mean, that's not the biggest range here between that top and a high. So, and it's not like a YUMC that's going to, like, you know, double on us. You know, not double, but rally 40-50% in a matter of a week. But that's a really nice setup. And what were some others? There's heaps, like, you know, there's EVS. I think Craig on the forum posted about EVS, didn't he? Where is it? I think it was Craig. Yeah, EVS looking bullish. Was it? Yeah. I mean, I tend to agree. You know, my only issue is that it did 25k worth today. You know, maybe that's a VCP and it does bigger volume other days. Yeah, maybe. Shit, I don't know about that one. I need to have a bigger dive into the volume of it. You know, but obviously I'm sure that's probably in a Davis right now, isn't it? Yeah, so yeah, shit. There's some really good setups to get post this forum, guys. There's some really good traders in here that kind of don't stuff around and just, you know, post some good stuff. I have been quiet lately. It's just busy, man. You know, just kids and, you know, family stuff and just all sorts of shit. But I will try my best to get back in there as often as I can, and hope everyone's well, and yeah, catch you later. Bye. Oh shit, I meant to say one more thing. Obviously the US election's coming up. No clue what's going to happen, but there's an old saying, don't short a Republican. I remember when Trump won in 2016, and, you know, the market was just, the futures were down big, you know, and then they did a UE and rallied, and I don't know, is it different this time? I think that there's a chance it is, because, you know, he's stated how much he wants to go after tariffs and, you know, go after all his enemies, and I just don't know. I don't think anyone knows, but yeah, just it's going to be some volatile shit. That's all I know, and it's going to be some good times and fun, but definitely just yeah, have your risk management in place. You know, take care, everyone. Bye.